is Jennah Bauswell, and I'm here to share my teacher story with you. It is my hope that my reflections on my path as a Native educator helps give you an idea of what this journey can look like. I'll review some key experiences that shaped my development, and then I'll wrap it up with some key takeaways that I believe are crucial to success in this field. A little bit about my academic background and licensure. I earned my Associate of Arts in Paraprofessional Education in 2015 at Haskell Indian Nations University. Then I earned my Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education in 2017 at Haskell Indian Nations University. After that, I became a certified teacher, and I earned my professional license in elementary education. While teaching, I also earned my English to Speakers of Other Languages endorsement from Kansas State University, and currently I'm pursuing my Master of Education in Special Education and a Special Education endorsement at the University of Oregon. I wanted to share a little bit about my tribal and family background. I'm a member of the Lakota Band of Ojibwa Indians in Hayward, Wisconsin, and here's some photos of my family. This right here is my brother Joey, and this is my grandma Virginia when she was really young, and she's holding my mom as a baby. These are my cousins, Lil Dominic, Gabe, and Santino. This is my cousin Melina. This is my Aunt Jerry. This is my cousin Brennan. This is my Aunt Teresa, my cousin Rachel, and last but not least, this is my mom and dad. This is my dad Rich and my mom Kareen. I didn't grow up on my reservation since my grandma and grandpa moved to California in the 1970s, and my mom raised me there. Despite my displacement from my traditional roots, I've always sought out ways to support the Native community, specifically through education. It was in high school that I learned my passion for teaching through my involvement with the Paiute Shoshone tribe in Bishop, California. And that leads me to my next point, a little bit about my background in high school. So in high school, I grew up in Bishop, California since 2002 in third grade, and I grew up there and I graduated high school there, and I had a couple key experiences in high school that shaped my educational and career ambitions. Firstly, I participated in a summer program at the University of California, Irvine. This was called the American Indian Summer Institute in Computer Sciences, and it was there that I had met college-bound Native students from all over the country. And it was there that I learned about the value of networking, how important it was to have a clear plan on how you plan to use a college education to realistically support your ambitions. I learned about how to write an admissions essay, the value of seeking mentorship, and the abundance of resources college can provide. Most of all, I learned the scope of support for Native students in higher education. After that experience, I went on to do other awesome, cool things in high school. For example, I was nominated to become an ambassador for People to People International, and I traveled to Europe the following summer, learning principles surrounding leadership and international relations. I was active in local community theater. I graduated third in my graduating class. But the experience that trumped all of these valuable experiences and accomplishments was the opportunity to tutor at the Bishop Indian Education Center. And here's a picture of me working. I was tutoring a student, and I just snapped a cute little picture there. It was there that I not only tutored Paiute Shoshone youth, but I was given the opportunity to handle the academic sector of their summer program. And that was the experience that helped me decide that I wanted to become an elementary teacher. From there, my journey has been nonstop. I attended Haskell from 2013 to 2017 to pursue teacher licensure. Along the way, I worked at Haskell as a tutor and as an assistant at Little Nations, which is an early childhood center on campus. I also worked for the Center for Remote Sensing of Ice Sheet at the University of Kansas. And after that, I became a teacher at Lawrence Public Schools, and I worked part-time at Native American Student Services for the school district. And now I'm pursuing my Master of Education in Special Education with Sapsik'gsmåwá at the University of Oregon. So there were 4 important things that helped me succeed in college. So not only were academics, a really important part of my journey, but it was also learning how to be an effective team member. I actively sought out hands-on experience in the classroom, and I also learned a lot about networking. At Haskell, I was a member of the cross-country team. I was the president of our Kansas National Education Association chapter. I tutored at the Student Success Center. I gained early childhood experience at Little Nations, and I ultimately graduated with my Associate of Arts in 2015 and my bachelor's in 2017. It was in working with my college advisor that I learned about an internship opportunity at the University of Kansas. This opportunity was an opportunity to work for the Research Experience for Teachers program at the University of Kansas, and this was a dream come true. I also met one of my most important members there, Daryl Monteau, and she's pictured right here. Daryl is a native educator, and at the time of that picture, she was working on her PhD, and she was helping guide the direction of my research in developing curriculum. So through her guidance, I was able to not only complete a whole curriculum that was aligned with the next generation science standards, but I was also able to publish it and present my work nationally and internationally. So here are a few pictures of me presenting my curriculum at a couple conferences. One of the conferences was the Society for Advancement of Chicanos and Native Americans in Science, as well as the International Geoscience and Remote Sensing Symposium. And these were invaluable networking opportunities. These were opportunities that helped me learn about like-minded educators. I got to learn so much. And the reason that I bring this up is because without Daryl's mentorship, I would have had no idea that these opportunities existed, particularly in my field as a teacher. I thought that going to conferences was something that science majors did. I didn't know that teachers could do this. So that's just one example of the power of a mentor who really supports and believes in you, the things that you can accomplish with people who really see your potential. So after, attending those conferences and developing that curriculum, I was hired as an outreach coordinator for CRESIS after that internship. And I got to travel across the Kansas City area, working with Native students on my CRESIS science lessons, pictured here at Native American Student Services. In addition, Daryl helped me coordinate with local public schools in Topeka and Lawrence, Kansas. I also got to put together a panel of local female scientists to present to a middle school program, and this is pictured here. Daryl's mentorship helped me understand the scope of education on both a local and global context. She helped me gain networking and professional experiences I never thought I could achieve. I just didn't know that these opportunities existed. That's the power of just one mentor. Daryl! It was after working for the Center for Remote Sensing of Ice Sheets that I became an American Indian College Fund ambassador. And the American Indian College Fund helped serve as a platform for my mission as a Native educator. The College Fund gave me opportunities to advocate for funding of tribal college scholarships and resources to donors. I was able to do this through media coverage, small meetings with specific donors, and I even spoke at the Flame of Hope Gala event in New York City. American Indian College Fund was another major networking opportunity where I met like-minded Indigenous college students and professionals, all aspiring to advocate for representation and resources for more equitable access to education at tribal colleges and ultimately Indigenous communities. After all these awesome experiences in college, I became a 4th grade teacher at Lawrence Public Schools. I attended conferences such as the Amplify Conference in Kansas City to learn about equitable education, and I learned how to work in a team. I tutored after school at Native American Student Services as well. I had the time of my life, and I gained invaluable experience as well as an English to Speakers of Other Languages endorsement. After year 3, I knew it was time to take the next step and pursue my Master's of Education. Now I'm working with the Sapsik'gsmåwá Teacher Education Program at the University of Oregon School of Education. Particularly, I'm deepening my understanding of Indigenous pedagogies and methodologies through discussion of selected texts, including the works of Michelle Jacob, Leilani Sabzalian, and Virginia Beavert. Their works cover themes such as language revitalization, traditional ecological knowledge, decolonization of public school curriculum, and traditional knowledge and perspectives. This, coupled with U of O's special education program, have me feeling like I can take on the world. Along the way with this journey, mentorship was key. It is so important to surround yourself with people who believe in you and your mission. Pictured here is Daryl and I, and we were at a Crisis event. This is my mom, who's there for me always. Danica is a mentor of mine that I had at Lawrence Public Schools. This is my husband at the University of Oregon t-shirt that he got when we visited Eugene when I found out that I was accepted into the Sapsik'gsmåwá program. This is my dad. This is my mentor, Jennifer Atokney, and I worked with her at Native American Student Services. This is one of my best friends, Alex, just an inspiring Indigenous scholar that has always been there for me, and another one of my best friends, Abby, who I met at Crisis. It's so important to surround yourself with people who believe in you. So I can't emphasize that enough. The biggest takeaways that I had from my experiences throughout my journey have been, don't wait until you're ready. Go for it. Your ability to work in a team is crucial. Always find a way to give back to the Native community, and always strive to develop your skills and educate yourself. I hope that this was informative for you. Always feel free to ask any questions that you need. I'm always available. You can always reach me at jennahb@uoregon.edu, and that is JENNAHB as in boy at uoregon.edu. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have and support you in any way that I can. Thank you so much for listening.